What's up, guys? I'm the MMA Casual, and today I'm talking about Bradley Martyn taking on potentially Demetrius Johnson. Be sure to subscribe, guys, like, share, and let me know what you think below. So Bradley Martyn, everybody knows him. Honestly, if you're in the social media world, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it may be, YouTube, he pops out a lot. He's been on several podcasts. He was a regular on an Impulsive podcast. He's been on Brendan Schaub's podcast a few times, and now I believe he branched out on his own. I don't really watch him. Never been into him as far as some sort of creator or podcast host, but I know who he is. Lately, he's had a few fighters, including Nate Diaz, on his podcast, and he has said that he feels that he could take out elite contenders, right? So there's like these cringy videos coming out where you basically have Bradley Martyn looking in the guy, and he's like, okay, they're gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me for this, but all right. If you and me would be in a street fight, who do you think would win? Let's be honest. I'm 6'2" or whatever, 6'4", 260. Who do you think would win? And it's like, it's pretty cringy, but I get what he's doing because he's getting a lot of attention. So now, fast forward, every fighter who's been on the podcast kind of looks at him and is like, bro, I'll kill you. Nate Diaz was like, yeah, no, I'll kill you. I understand you 260, but I'll fucking kill you, which is the reality. But recently, there was actually a proposal made to fight Mike Perry. Brendan Schaub says, hey, this guy is lethal. This is a big dude. At the end of the day, Bradley Martyn is a freaking freak of nature. He is 260 pounds of muscle. So if he does grab somebody who does not know what they're doing, Bradley Martyn could kill somebody, tossing him on the ground. But that's not the case with professional fighters. So someone proposed that he actually rolls, or there's like a street fight simulation they do basically, where, just like a controlled atmosphere, against Demetrius Johnson. And that brought in the question, like, Bradley Martyn against Demetrius Johnson. Now we're talking about elite talent, but an 125-pound man when he steps into the octagon. Let's say he walks around at 140, maybe 145, against a bodybuilder who's 260. What happens then? Because the size difference, it's such a huge gap that maybe, just maybe, Bradley Martyn could finish Demetrius Johnson. But then I got to thinking, once that fight goes to the ground, if he doesn't smash Demetrius Johnson's head in on pavement, it's all about skill. It's all about technique. And there's no doubt in my mind that Demetrius Johnson will find his neck, take his back, potentially break an arm if he could, have that leverage with his body, if Bradley Martyn can't overpower him. But then it got a little better. Then I saw, they said, all right, you keep having these guys on. You're getting a lot of attention on social media. What if we pair you against Mike Perry? Bradley Martyn against Mike Perry. And for those of you who do not know who Mike Perry is a fighter. He used to be a UFC fighter and he moved on to bare knuckle. And this man's an absolute dog. When you think of like a street dog that you literally have to have a leash on, you like beware of dog signs, that's who Mike Perry is. And he's an absolute monster in BKFC. He loves fighting and his fist. He broke Luke Rockhold's tooth. He is a brawler. He is the definition of a brawler. He is exactly where he belongs. And realistically, I mean, let's say he's roughly a welterweight. I don't know what he walks around at, but I think that's a fair fight because Mike Perry's kind of like an average dude. And if Bradley Martyn says yes to this, I'll respect him. I think he'll get respect from a lot of people, but more importantly, we'll see him get his ass whooped. And I think that's will be exciting. I think we have a setup now where we have the opportunity to see like Dylan Dennis get messed up, Logan Paul get messed up, Bradley Martyn. Today, Bryce Hall's fighting in BKFC. I don't know the results. It's going to happen soon. So like, that's what we're here for now. Now we're just watching creators who are cringy sometimes, or some like narcissist and egotistical, or just cringy. We get to see them get their ass whooped. So I went from hating gimmicky fights to all of a sudden like, bring them on, man. Bring on this circus, because I love it. But I want to know what you think. So be sure to subscribe, leave your comments below, and yeah, let's get monetized, my friends.